So this is my review for the first season, at least, of Altered Carbon. I have not yet finished the second. I'm only one episode into the second. I started watching the first season when I was up in Cali, or when I was over in Cali, and I had not seen it. I had been planning to watch it, ever since it came out. It had been in my to-watch list, but I just never got around to seeing it because I knew it was one of those shows that I wanted to put my attention on and, follow the flow of what was happening. And I just, unless I specifically make time for something, it's really hard to sort of fit it in my schedule. And there are so many shows I'm interested in, so many movies I'm interested in. Anyway, so I had a little downtime in Cali, and my brother had already seen it. So we started watching it together. He was rewatching it. And he would explain some stuff to me if I was confused about it. So that made me glad that I kind of understood the concept when I went into it, because he explained the basic premise to me. And that helped, and that I didn't, I wasn't completely lost. I mean, I think that I probably would have been able to fill in most of the details pretty well if I just jumped into it and, I was immersed in their world, and I would have picked up on it, because that's one of the things I did appreciate about this show. We were talking about that, and I did appreciate that they don't treat their audience like they're complete idiots. They don't have to explain everything to them. They don't have to set it out and tell you specifically this and this and this. They're able to sort of fill you in on what it's about and what's going on by just sort of having their characters just live their life. This is the way things are. And you pick up on their terminology about things like being, sleeved and double sleeved and meths and stuff like that. So, and stacks and all that. So, I appreciated that they did that. It was good and it was well done. In other words. So basically, the premise of this is very interesting. It's based on a book, and I'm a little curious now to check out the book. And I don't know if the second season is also connected with the book, or if it's just they've taken their own way, and if the book only encapsulated the first season, or if the book is not even, like, what happened in the first season is not even part of the book, that the show itself just went a completely different direction. I don't know. I guess I would find that out if I actually took the time to listen to the book. But anyway, so for anybody who doesn't know, the premise of this show is that this is a time, also I think there are different worlds, like literally different planets that people can live on, I think. But basically, the premise is that this is a society where they have basically conquered death. They've implanted something in the back of everybody's necks, like when they're born or when they're little or something like that. And it saves their consciousness, basically, like their digital consciousness. And if they die, when they die, they can just take that out, that stack out, and they can put it in the body of someone else. So you could have a guy actually in the body of a girl, but it's really the guy. So there's all these kind of funny little things that can happen as a result of that. And there's like this hierarchy of people, like the super rich. They can have clones, so they can always live in their same likeness. And then other people who are poor, they just kind of have to take what's given to them. So like, a young kid might be put in the body of an old person or something like that. So a really interesting world. And this guy here, who is the main character, is played by Joel Kinnaman, who I have always liked him ever since I saw him in The Killing. I have liked his acting. He brings this like kind of dark intensity, a troubled sort of, maybe it's just because I've been influenced by the character he played in The Killing, which was like he had some issues going on in his life, and he was so good in that. But anyway, he plays, he's actually the stack of another person has been put into his body. Kovac is his last name, but he's of Asian ethnicity, and his first name is Takeshi or something like that. So he's like considered this terrorist sort of guy or whatever. He's kind of like a rebel against, I guess, the government, or something like that. But anyway, in this particular first season, he's been hired by a super rich dude played by, oh gosh, I forget the dude's name, the guy who played in Solomon Kane. James Purefoy, whatever. He's hired by him to find out or to solve his murder. And it's been made to look like a suicide, but he doesn't believe that because he knows, you know, the way he is, he would never kill himself. So anyway, Kovacs is trying to figure that out, but he's also immersed in his own personal issues. So there's a lot of flashbacky stuff that happens throughout the episodes, and he sort of teams up with this girl cop that it was showing there. She's a cop. She can't stand him. You find out a part of the reason why she can't stand him is not just because he's a terrorist guy or whatever. I'm only showing pictures of you know, images of this show up to a certain season, like up to the 5th season. Oh my gosh, like up to the 5th or 6th-ish episode. I didn't want to show you everything past that point because there would be some spoilers in there. So I was like, yeah, I better stop. Just kind of cut it here. So he's navigating through this mystery, trying to solve, you know, whatever happened to James Purefoy, why he killed himself. And there's all these other things going on that are connected to that, plus the stuff in his own past. So it's really well written. I think there are about 10 episodes in this thing. Pretty sure. And it's well acted and it's very atmospheric and it's quite interesting. And I love the whole feel of it. This dude here plays an AI at the hotel where Kovacs stays, and he is one of the coolest parts about this show because he's so funny. He's like okay, that right there is Kovacs, the original. That's like what he was before he was put on ice, basically, and then his stack was put into another body. But so anyway, the character of Poe is so much fun. He's like a Edgar Allan Poe, and he's quite eccentric and different, and just his whole mannerisms and his character and the interaction he has with Kovacs it's really cute and funny. So he was a joy to watch, and just the entire series was a lot of fun. If you were okay, it's not late and it's not super early, so you would think that I know how to talk, but no, I'm still having trouble. What I was trying to say is, if you are a fan of sci-fi type stuff, well, you know, my brother did sort of draw parallels to Blade Runner in that, like, the atmosphere of the whole place, like how it feels very super futuristic-y, but yet at the same time pretty gritty, and it's just like this is an actual real world. It feels very real. If you're a fan of sci-fi stuff and that sort of thing, you will probably really appreciate this show. If you like, you know, there's action in it, there's some mystery in it, good dramatic stuff is going on, and it's just very well done overall. I did start to watch, like I said, the second season, only one episode into it though. Just because I had just finished the first season, and I'm like, oh, I want some more Kovacs. But I knew that in this, well, sort of a spoiler alert, you guys, so there's a new body Kovacs goes into in the second season. I would like to pick that back up again, but I'll be honest, as of the first episode, I wasn't as impressed with it as I was the first season. And part of that is, you know, I need to give it more of a chance, but I'll tell you that part of it is just because, so Anthony Mackie, I like him. He was a lot of fun in the Avengers, and I like him okay as an actor. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Yeah, he's built like a machine in this movie. He's very, you know, he's tough and everything. But honestly, his little face is too sweet looking. I can't take him seriously as this, you know, badass type character, rough and tough, and I just can't. I mean, aw. So it's not working for me right now. Maybe it will if I continue to watch more, but I'm just not convinced yet that he was the best choice to continue this on. Like, I could take an Idris Elba a bit more seriously as far as, that whole demeanor, just the rough, tough exterior. So I don't know. I'm just feeling a little bit like he was a bit miscast, but I guess I'll make up my mind a little bit more whenever I get back, pick the series back up. Oh my goodness. Sorry. This happens to me so often. It's like you would think I would learn. I just forget to turn my volume down. Anyway, probably as I continue to watch more of the season, my mind will change. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so I know there's some more stuff that I wanted to talk about with regard to this, but as of right now, it's not coming to me since I just kind of jumped into this and just started splattering things out off the top of my, my tongue or my head or brain or whatever. So just as it comes to me. Anyway, I do recommend this. Even if you're not a fan of sci-fi in particular, I still think you would enjoy this. But if you are a sci-fi type fan, I really think you will enjoy it quite a bit. So yeah, give it a go and check it out if you have not already. If you have, let me know what you think about it in the comments below so we can talk about it some. Anyway, I think that's it for this. For now, I'm going to log off and take care of some stuff around here. Maybe I'll make another review later on today if I've got the mental energy to do it. Okay, you guys. Later. Bye.